mornings.
With Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax.
Very fun, isn't it?
Okay.
Good morning.
Woo!
Friday of a long weekend. Feels good. Now, you might have to spend that long weekend on Zoom with your family members.
Yeah.
But at least your Zoom only lasts 45 minutes for free, and then you're like, oh no, I don't have Zoom Premium, and you can just drop them.
Or even better, you can just pretend like you're freezing the whole time, and 9 minutes in, claim that your internet crapped out, and just hang up the call.
Nice. I like that idea.
TJ.
No, come on. That's a pro tip right there. We can't shove that away.
This is Major
reject
League
this.
how to avoid your family right here.
If you are seeing your family this weekend, good luck to you. They have asked that in Toronto and Peel and Ottawa that if you're living alone, pair up with one other household, and that's about it. I'm doing the same thing. Got my one guy, which is me, and I see my parents. So
I'll FaceTime you if you want.
This is cool. It's very cool to live alone. Very, very cool. Now, let's check in with the team. TJ, what's on your mind?
I went to the Eaton Center yesterday, and I walked into a store, and it was the weirdest greeting a human being has ever given me. A guy didn't even look up from the clothes he was folding, and he said, "Hey, big man, how you doing?"
Whoa.
And I was very intimidated because, first of all, I was in Roots, and secondly, no one's ever called me big man before. And also, I don't think he looked at me because I am not a big man.
You're the big man now.
I'm just a oversized child.
Jax, what's up with you? I'm trying to top that one.
Well, I just want to talk about Doug Ford's daughters for a moment here. Apparently, they can unlock each other's phones because they look so much alike. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild. So he has 4 daughters, Krista, Kayla, Kyla, and Kara. And apparently, they're all blonde. They look so much alike. They can unlock each other's phone. No, this is real. This is real. They look so much alike they can unlock each other's phones sometimes. So I actually was home maybe 2 years ago, and my mother unlocked my phone.
Whoa.
We do look a lot alike, but she's also almost 70. So, damn, okay, fine.
Really tired that day.
Producer Jesse.
Can you read those names again of Doug Ford's daughters?
Kayla, Kyla, Kara, and Krista.
They're all same, but different.
Yeah.
Do you know the names of George Foreman's daugers?
Oh, you told me this one time.
man.
Some sort of form of George.
Yeah.
So there's like Georgia, there's Georgina, and then I think one is
Georgette.
George Jr. There's Georgette.
Yeah, there's Georgette,
There's a George Jr. It's incredible.
Hold on. I gotta find it.
Are you gonna try to pull it up?
Oh, he's pulling it up.
Daughters' names. It comes up on Google. Okay.
Awesome.
So we got. So he gave up after a while, but it was Georgetta. Hold on, jeez, I'm looking for it. Anyway,
Oh my God,
He's got a George, a Georgetta,
there it is.
a George Foreman, a George Foreman Jr.
Stop it.
George Foreman, and a George Foreman.
Don't do
One of them is a grill.
Actual.
My mom's family. Miriam,
Yeah.
Maureen, Marilyn, Margaret. And their middle names were all E, and their last names were all Dennis, obviously. So M-E-D, 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 M-E-D.
How many of them are doctors?
2.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
say med.
My
Yeah,
first
there you
2
go.
aunts, I think, are doctors. One has a master's, one's was a doctor.
Okay,
So there you go. Anyway, hey, listen,
La-di-da.
we're a little off track, but let me just tell you this.
Thank you, Jesse.
Cuffing season prize pack at 6:30, meaning that's from Sleep Country. We're going to upgrade your bed so that your cuffer can be, impressed. Then, 7 o'clock, we've got $500 instantly with the Virgin Radio Moneymaker. Takes money in your name to 99999. And then, finally, with Swoop Airlines, it's Friendsgiving. Text us, thanks, and your name to 99999 along with your story. Tell us why you should fly somewhere in Canada to see your friend next Thanksgiving on Virgin Radio.
Yeah.
What's trending?
And this is what's trending right now.
Canada Post wants you to get your butts moving on Christmas shopping.
Okay.
Over the pandemic, Canada Post has obviously been slammed with business and been experiencing a lot of delays. So they're asking you to please start your shopping now so they can avoid those and get everyone their gifts on time. They stated that the survey showed 48% of Canadians plan on shopping almost exclusively online this year, and 54% are open to begin are going to start shopping in October or early November, or open to the idea of it. And they want to increase that number because they're worried that everyone's just going to leave it till December.
Which a lot of people are going to. And then they're going to be like, I just don't understand why this is taking so long.
Yeah. And on a good year, there's still a backlog. But
Yeah.
But you know that's not going to change anything, right?
No.
No, and also I feel like, and I say this because I online shop for Christmas too, you're rolling the dice. You know what you're getting yourself into when you're getting all your gifts online, but I do appreciate that they're warning everybody.
Rolling the dice, and if you shop this early, you're rolling the dice because they'll just get it themselves.
Yeah.
What's stopping them?
Oh, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the other thing. I be careful with that. Don't waste your money.
Whoa.
Hey, Daddy.
Okay.
Daddy Moneybags over here.
Grinch was on the air this morning.
No, I'm just trying to tell I'm just trying to be safe.
Virgin Mornings with the Monopoly guy. Facebook is going to ban all political ads indefinitely, which is kind of awesome news.
Great.
The only thing that's kind of a bummer is it's not going to happen until after the U.S. federal election. So, yay.
They had 4 years to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I remember actually going on the air on a TV morning show that day and saying, hey, like when after the Trump election, and remember Mark Zuckerberg came out and said we didn't have any factor in that election.
Yeah.
And he said 4 years to think about this.
No, he's been busy.
And now he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe this is a bad idea.
He's been busy.
Idiot.
They did say in an attempt to make more preventative measures to keep political candidates from using it to manipulate the election's outcome and its aftermath. So it's not going to take place until after November 4th, which is bad news for our friends in the South, but great news for us when we have our federal election.
Right.
So yay, we did it.
We did it.
1 in 4 people plan on sticking with virtual dates after the pandemic. The reason is because it's a good way to screen out the bad prospects. They save you time, too, if a date isn't good. A bad date on a Zoom call apparently lasts an average of 26 minutes or less, and they're saving money. You're saving an average of $23 per date. I guess that kind of varies a little bit. And they still work. So people say they still have a connection with someone just 30 seconds after a video chat. So 1 in 4 is actually not bad. I didn't hate it.
Did you do it?
I did a little bit. Like when Val, my girlfriend, and I first started dating was near the beginning of this thing. So we did a couple video dates, and they were great.
Were they?
Yeah. Plus, you only have to worry about the top half of your outfit.
Ah, that's good. I like that. And you don't have to smell good?
Well, I've never worried about that, but yeah.
Jax, what are you worried about? What are you looking at us like this for?
I miss BC, you know?
Before COVID?
I just miss it.
Yeah. Us too.
You can hug people.
That was great.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Good time. Warm embrace.
Hey, listen. After 6 o'clock, let's distract ourselves with Ghosted, shall we? Virgin Radio.
99.9 Virgin Radio.
Cuffing season prize pack from Sleep Country, Canada. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. How are you?
We're fantastic. Welcome to the game.
Thank you.
Who's that spoon?
That's
Did
right.
you forget the name of the game?
No, I didn't know what was happening. All right, here we go.
So, Julie, what we need to do is figure out who you're spooning with right now so you can hook yourself up with a Sleep Country prize pack. Jax, first hint for Julie.
Don't spoon too close. He may wrestle you.
Julie, it's important to note that Jax likes to speak in riddles.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Okay, number 2.
Oh, when you're cozy with him, he may hold you close like a rock.
Oh,
Who
no.
holds a rock close?
Oh, I know who it is. Okay.
Oh, I get
All
it.
right.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3.
What do you think, Julie? Anything? Nothing?
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah! Look at that. All right. What was hit number 3? Yeah.
When you whisper in his ear, you may also call him Dwayne.
What?
I always make the third really easy.
Okay.
Julie, see, if you would have just held out a little bit longer, we would have handed the prize to you.
Congratulations, Julie. You've won a Cuffing Season Sleep Country prize pack that includes 2 Simba pillows, a Hotel Collection sheet set, a Maloof woven down alternative microfiber duvet, and a Maloof protective mattress protector. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's so awesome.
If you guys had to guess which actor is shirtless in the most movies, who would you say? Keep in mind, this is based on the percentage of movies that they are in which they take their shirts off. Quick guess. Jax.
Mark Wahlberg.
Adam Wylde.
I think I've got the answer.
Really?
Okay. Am I going to wreck this if I have the answer?
That doesn't matter.
Zac Efron.
It is Zac Efron.
No!
That's what I thought. That's his brand.
I
That's
guess
what
so.
he does.
They say 50% of the movies he's in, he takes his shirt off. That's not the interesting part of the survey. It's the other names that made this list that I found very interesting. So number 2 was Jason Momoa, 38.5%.
Oh, hell yeah.
That makes sense.
Here's where it gets a little interesting. There's a tie at number 3. Henry Cavill?
Cavill. Yeah.
Henry's on the list.
Superman.
And is tied with Hayden Christensen.
From Star Wars?
From Star Wars.
From Vancouver.
So Hayden obviously isn't as busy as he used to be.
Very
Still
private
is
guy.
I was actually just checking on IMDb. He's been in movies, not huge movies, but he's been in stuff. So I'm assuming he's still taking his shirt off. 29.4%. Leo's on the list at 26%. Michael Fassbender, Charlie Hunnam. At number 8, another big surprise.
Charlie Hunnam.
Andy Samberg.
Really?
Andy Samberg takes his shirt off in 25% of the movies he's been in.
Okay.
And he's on the list higher than Matthew McConaughey and Chris Hemsworth. That's why that's surprising.
That is surprising. But I guess when Matthew McConaughey and Chris Hemsworth take off their shirts, they make an impact. Whereas I can't ever remember Andy Samberg without a shirt on.
No. But how many movies has Andy Samberg been in, really?
That's also.
I guess that's true. So it would just, the math.
If he's
would be
been in
all right.
4 movies and he took off his shirt in 1.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
See, it's math, right? Crazy. Netflix may finally stop shaming binge watchers with the still watching feature, which is the most annoying thing in the world. So they're going to tweak it to allow you to opt out of seeing it in the future. Netflix hasn't issued an official comment on it yet, so it's unclear when that change is going to go into effect. You have to remember, though, that in their mind, they see this reminder as a good thing. Because number one, if you fall asleep watching a show, it stops the show where it is, so it won't skip ahead on you and you have to spend 5 minutes going back. Also, it is actually a good reminder to pause it and maybe call your family or go outside. But in our mind, it's kind of like that
Excuse me?
It's that friend on your birthday, when you're like, I want to do another shot, and they're like, maybe have a water. You're like, no.
That's true. That's good, true. Yeah.
That's what's trending on TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Hey, just 3 minutes and 27 seconds from right now, it's going to be your $500 with the Virgin Radio Money Machine instantly.
I'm at Virgin Mornings with Friendsgiving.
Yes. Yes. It's Thanksgiving time. Now, every year we do Thanksgiving, but sometimes the rankings change.
Yep.
So we go back to the old tried and true categories, which today will be your side dishes. We're talking about the top side dishes ever for Thanksgiving, starting with
Number 3.
Jax.
You got a white roll. Just a white soft roll. Can I put that down? Just a night, it tastes like a pillow, but like a good one. You put a little bit of margarine on there. Let's party.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
You know what? Can't argue with that. That's a good one. I
Get
didn't
up
even
the
think about
gravy,
that.
yeah.
TJ.
My number 3, and I'm new to this world, Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
Ooh, a Brussels sprout baked in some oil, maybe a bit of garlic powder if you're feeling saucy.
Garlic powder.
Delicious.
You know what? You can make them crispy too on the outside.
That's the way to do it. You gotta boil them first and then you bake them.
Number 3 for me. Sweet potato mash with marshmallows on top. You ever had that?
What?
No.
Marshmallows?
Just no.
So
Are you a child?
So you put the sweet potato mash in a pan and you melt marshmallows on top of it. And who would have thought sweet on sweet? It actually works because you got the potatoes, which are kind of sloppy, and then you get the marshmallows that are kind of gooey, but a little bit. It's good
I would
together.
hate to be your bathroom.
Yeah.
Honestly,
TJ,
you would love this.
Number 2.
Jax.
Oh, just broccoli. Just straight up steamed
Man,
broccoli.
you're just like you're going real simple today. I could have bread and broccoli any day of the week.
Number 1 for Jax is turkey. Just turkey.
No, but like when there's like gravy, it always comes down to what the gravy's on. But yeah, like a little bit of tiny little trees on your plate, steamed, kind of
Makes
mushy.
you know what? It does make you feel less guilty for all the other crap you're eating.
yeah.
Did you forget to write your list?
No, I haven't.
TJ?
Here. Thank you very much, TJ.
Number 2 for me is building off of Jax's number 3, a Pillsbury roll.
Ooh.
There's something magical about a Pillsbury roll during the holidays. I don't know if it's because my grandmother cooks them best. I don't know if it's because I'm in the midst of hearing really poor political opinions from my other family members, but there's just something about
Is it like the croissant ones?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
half
roll them
moon.
up. Yep.
Pillows of heaven, those things are. Number 2 for me, stuffing. Number 2
No.
is stuffing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, it has to be in bird stuffing, by the way. None of this box stuff, TJ's mom.
How dare you?
But the stuffing's amazing because it pulls in all the juices, all the smells, and let's be honest, it kind of looks terrifying. It's like green bread, right? It's a little bit, you're like, what is? I wouldn't eat this if I didn't know it was already
Tastes like
delicious.
a box.
And the thing about stuffing is that it always tastes a little bit different depending upon whose house you're at. So it's like kids' cereal. There's always a little surprise. You know what I'm saying?
It tastes like the inside of a couch.
Is there cranberries? Is there nuts? Is it sourdough bread? It's crazy.
Yuck.
Number 1.
Schwartzies. You guys know what Schwartzies are? Schwartzies, it's like a potato casserole. I've mentioned this to you guys, and you always make fun of me. So
that's right.
you've got mushroom soup, you got sour cream, you've got your hash browns. It has to be like the McCain's, like tiny little like wild hash browns.
Yeah.
You have to have old cheddar or whatever's on sale at Sobeys, whatever works. And then you melt it all together. You put it in the oven for like 30 minutes, and it's just like,
That does sound good.
and that's why I eat broccoli, is because I eat so much Schwartzies. It's so rich. It's so decadent.
Okay.
Yeah.
TJ.
Number 1, the perennial number 1 contender,
Turkey.
stuffing.
Stuffing.
Stuffing is the
No.
undisputed number 1 side dish of Thanksgiving. And I come from a family of stuffing lovers. I've mentioned yesterday that we do buy it from the box and we still make it, but we make like 6 boxes of it. It basically comes out in a pig trough. And even then, At my family dinners, it's a race to see who can get stuffing on their plate before an absolute all-out brawl breaks out. I've seen members of the family get kicked out of the family because
get more stuffing.
They took too much stuffing.
Not divorce, but stuffing.
Yeah.
That's how you get kicked out of TJ's family.
That's right.
Interesting.
Divorce also, but
Number one for me, along the lines of Jack's, but far simpler, scalloped potatoes with cheese. Now, first off, potatoes and cheese. We can agree, elite combo, right? Yes. Potatoes on their own are great, cheese on their own is great. But beyond that, can we talk about how it's crispy on the top? And then it's gooey in the middle. And then the bottom is that burnt cheese taste along with a little potato.
Do you put bacon on it?
No.
Yeah. Try
I'm
some
going
bacon
to
on there.
now.
Bacon and green onion. Let's go, baby.
So it's like lasagna.
Yeah.
But it's easier to make.
Yeah.
And this one you want to bathe in. So that's my number one. What are your top 3 Thanksgiving side dishes? Send them to 99999 or call it in. 416-872-9999. Producer Jesse would love to put you through. It's the weekend. Adam Wylde, TJ, and Jax on 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Virgin Mornings with Ranksgiving.
We're looking for your top 3 side dishes. The greatest of the great when it comes to Thanksgiving side dishes, because Thanksgiving, it's not about the turkey. It's what you surround that turkey with. You know what I'm saying? All right, TJ, a couple text messages. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I got 3 for you. From the 905, definitely stuffing at number 1. Number 2 would be a pumpkin pie from Fortino's or Loblaws with loads of whipped cream. True. And number 3, green bean casserole with all the crunchy onions on the top.
Yeah.
Never had
bean
it.
casserole.
Never had that.
You'd love it, man.
Yeah?
It's really, really good. Yeah.
Another one here from the 905. 1, stuffing, the real OG.
Yeah.
Number 2, squash with brown sugar. And 3, orange glazed carrots. They are delicious.
Interesting.
Orange glazed.
And this last one here from the 647 I find is very relatable. Number 3, mashed potatoes. Number 2, mashed potatoes. And number 1, written in all caps, mashed potatoes.
See, mashed potatoes
Excuse me? No,
are
don't.
great.
Careful.
But you
Tread
can
lightly.
have mashed potatoes anytime.
That's simply not true.
It simply is true, actually. Whereas there's certain side dishes with Thanksgiving, like we're going to get to with Emily in just a second here, where you only get them at Thanksgiving. Emily, give us your top 3.
Number 3.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my dad makes really good turnips. Like, I'm really weird with taste, so I like that they're kind of bitter, because then the stuffing will be sweet and the cranberry sauce is sweet. They like glaze off each other.
So there's a little balance going on there.
Yeah.
Turnip is
Really
is a weird one, because turnip to me is always the one that's left over at the end of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's not a fan
Oh,
fave.
no, I love it.
Okay.
Sounds like
I
you
just
turn
sit
up
there
for
and
the
eat it by
turnips.
myself.
All right, let's get to
Number 2.
Go ahead.
Number 2 for me would be honey glazed baby carrots.
Oh,
but not
yes.
not the sticks, because the crunch is weird. I like the coin ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're really good. Not too much water in them, and they're really good. Yeah, the
She's
baby carrots
particular.
definitely. That's something that when I was younger, I never appreciated. Now that I'm older, they're great.
And
Number 1.
go ahead.
All right, so my dad's stuffing is great. Sometimes it's homemade, puts it in the turkey. He slaves over it. Sometimes there's even little bits of turkey in it.
It's trail mix.
But whose recipe is it?
So it's his grandmother's, and so it's from somewhere in Ganesh somewhere.
Oh, Eddie Ganesh. Jax's ears just perked up.
Generational stuff.
That's right.
Annie Ganesh, Nova
definitely.
Scotia.
Yes.
There is something about our grandparents and great-grandparents' generation where they nailed stuffing, and there was no better way to improve on it, so we must continue to
Yes,
use their
yes.
recipe.
That's because
yeah.
salt wasn't invented till 1983,
That's
so
it,
our
wow.
grandparents haven't figured out.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that, TJ.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you so much for letting us call
Thank you, darling.
No problem. Have a good day.
It's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Canada Post wants you to get your butt moving and get on some Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
Over the
come on.
pandemic, Canada Post has obviously been slammed with business and have been experiencing a lot of delays because of that. So they're advising you to start your Christmas shopping now. The new surveys show that 48% of Canadians plan on doing most of their shopping online this year. And only 54% of us are going to begin in October or early November. When you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, that's not so bad. But that means 6 weeks. The rest of us are going to wait to the last 6 weeks price, which is going to make things really tight.
Or just use Amazon Prime.
Do that too. Do that too.
It'll be there the next day.
I know, but if you and everyone gets frustrated, it's like, oh, well, why is this happening? It's like, do it a couple.
I ordered it December 18th. I can't believe it's not here yet.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The audacity of those carriers. It's like, leave them alone.
Facebook says they're going to ban all political ads indefinitely after the U.S. election, November 4th, which doesn't make any sense at all. We should have done it already. Hey, man, you only have 4 years since the last election, so why does that matter? It's an attempt to take more preventative measures to keep political candidates from using it to manipulate the election's outcome and its aftermath. So it's obviously not going to happen until after November 4th, which is a bummer for our friends in the States, but it's actually good news for us because we're not going to have to deal with it during our election. So
whenever that is.
Yeah, yes, we did it again.
I got to ask you, why now? Why now? And why not a year ago? Like, this isn't hard. This is very easy.
Adam, a lot of things we ask ourselves why on that, and there's no good answer, and this is one of them.
All right.
I think it's because Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard person.
I think you call him a loser.
No. He's definitely not a loser, but he's definitely a lizard person. One time I saw him blink and his eyes went sideways.
Don't
Like a lizard.
Stop that.
1 in 4 people plan on sticking with virtual dates after the pandemic, and the main reason is because it's a good reason to screen out bad prospects. They also save you time if the date's not good. The average bad Zoom date lasts about 26 minutes less, and they save you obviously more money. You're spending on average $23 less per date, which makes sense. I guess the other money you're spending is spending like a nice blazer to wear on your date, and they still work. People say they still feel a connection with people within 30 seconds of a video chat, which is true. You can feel a vibe through a screen.
100%.
That's what's trending on TV.
Adam Wylde, TJ and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Sunday's National Coming Out Day, and it's actually kind of fitting that it's on Thanksgiving weekend because a lot of this happens when you're together with your family, and it's a big conversation to have. Jax, you've been through it.
I lucked out. My mom, she was so supportive. My dad took a little longer to come around to it, but my mom said, as simple as this, are you happy and healthy? Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that's all that it was.
Love that. How old were you?
I was 17.
Wow.
When I came out. So yeah.
So what have you been doing this week?
So this week on Monday, we put on our Instagram that we were kind of just looking for stories. And first off, I want to say that coming out is a process, and it's not only to be celebrated on one day, and it isn't just one foul swoop. Usually, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole journey to it, and wherever you are in your process, wherever you are in your journey, it's all good. And we wanted to hear some of these stories on our Instagram. We got a lot of DMs, and again, you feel very thankful for this, right? So I wanted to share just a couple of the stories that we got at 99.9 Virgin Radio Toronto. And Dira said, I'm 22 and came out to my mom and dad when I was 16. My parents took it okay, and by okay, I mean not great at first. It's a hard thing, and a lot of people don't realize that when you're coming out, that's a huge thing for your family as well, like to the person you're coming out with, as long as, you're being honest and sharing your space in an authentic way. She said, now that I'm a little bit older, mom, completely on board. Dad, completely on board.
Great.
I feel
Love
so
that.
blessed. I also got a message from Kyle. He said, I only came out 6 months ago, and I'm still in the process. Some family members know, some family members don't. All my friends do know, but I'm a little bit scared. And again, I say, it is a process as long as you're taking good care of yourself and the ones that are around you, your chosen family, right? That's all that matters. So we're getting more and more messages. Virgin Radio Toronto on Instagram. I would absolutely love to hear from you.
What are we going to do with these stories?
We are going to be sharing them on air as well next week. Just a couple of them through our Instagram as well. So just want to hear from you. And our DMs are always open, so you can always chat with us.
You know what's interesting, and I TJ, I'm not sure if you can relate to this. Sometimes, when you're a straight guy, you don't, not sometimes, all the time, you don't understand what it's like. And so you forget that these things it's not just a conversation and then it's over.
No.
It's a conversation, often starts a process that's years long. And imagine dealing with that sort of thing, and it's just the way you were born. That's the type of thing where this is why days like this are so important.
And it's, Adam, you and I are very lucky that we get to work with Jax, who's not only just a phenomenal human being, but
she's okay.
It's just pretty cool. But you're a great ally for this stuff, right, Jax? And
Absolutely.
I find I'm learning something every day. And I like to think I'm someone that's pretty up on what's happening, but you think you have an idea of the community and what they go through with a process like this, and you realize very quickly, I have no idea what it's like. And it's just it's cool to hear these stories and hear how every one of them is just a little bit different. And I love hearing the stories of the families coming around and the chosen family being accepting and that type of stuff. That's really beautiful stuff.
And just always know there's a difference between coming around and accepting fully. And you know what? Tolerance and celebration are very different things. So take good care.
They are.
Yeah, you don't want to be tolerated. You want to be celebrated.
Right. Tolerance is the very bare minimum.
Very bare
minimum. So
take good care of yourself and take care of others.
If you got your stories, send them to Virgin Radio Toronto in our DMs, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be sharing some of those next week, so look out for them. And if you are coming out at any point in the future, you're feeling like you might, feel free to reach out anytime. I know that there is a pretty thoughtful, empathetic, amazing woman across from me who would love to talk to you and help you through it. So you can always hit us up or at Jax On Air on Instagram, too.
Thank you, my love.
Just also boosting your followers.
Help me.
Yeah, she needs it.
99 Virgin Radio.
One of our favorite things we've ever done, we call it Friendsgiving. And it's your opportunity to go see somebody wherever Swoop Airlines flies before, well, it's not going to happen this year. It's going to happen next year. But you got to have something to look forward to, right?
That's right.
Good morning, Catherine. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so tell us about Jenna and why you need to see her, because it's been 4 years.
Yeah, so I moved from Calgary in 2010, so I hadn't seen my friend for many years, and then in 2016 I finally saved up enough money to go visit, and it was as if nothing had changed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we've kept in touch since then, and then I graduated law school this year.
Ooh, congratulations.
Hey, that's the bar.
Thank you. I just passed the bar this week, too.
Oh, my gosh. Amazing.
Congratulations.
So to treat myself, I was going to fly to Calgary Stampede with my roommate, and then everything got canceled in 2020. It's been a hot mess.
Right,
Have you been to Calgary Stampede before?
I went when I was 12 when I lived there.
It's different when you're 19 plus. It's very, very different. Let's just say, it's like hedonism. But
it's debauchery.
This is a person that you've been friends with since junior high. And this is a person you need to see. Now, obviously, we couldn't get a hold of her this morning, but you do get the pleasure of telling her today that you will be seeing her next Thanksgiving, courtesy of Swoop Airlines.
Yay!
That is insane. This is like the best thing that's happened in 2020.
I mean, you passed the bar a couple days ago. That's pretty cool, too.
It was just so underwhelming.
Just like this year, really. Well, happy Thanksgiving and happy Friendsgiving to you.
We love you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hey, it's Dua Lipa.
Virgin Mornings.
With What's Trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Toronto police are now stopping cyclists for speeding. Earlier this week, 22 Division posted photos on Facebook showing officers using radar guns to track the speed of cyclists traveling down a path in South Etobicoke, saying, did you know that bicycle paths in South Etobicoke have a speed limit of 20 kilometers per hour? That's
true.
So how do you tell?
I don't know.
We don't have speedometers on them, and it's really easy to go that fast.
Oh, you know when you're going too fast. I bike. You know when you're breaking the law, and other people know.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't want people to gut feeling this.
No.
If that's the speed limit, then you got to have a way to measure it.
If the wind is too sharp in my hair, I'm going too fast. Also, I mean, I can't feel that because I'm wearing a helmet.
Let me also ask this question. Is this a tremendous waste of time?
I don't think so. I think you got to have, if anytime you've got, how many cyclists have you seen blow a red or blow a stoplight, right?
How many cars have you seen do that?
100%, but they police cars, right? They watch that. They watch for that. So you got to do a little bit of that. I just think if you're going to enforce a speed limit, you got to have some way to measure it. So it's a little unfair to give away tickets to people that don't know how fast they're going. Yeah. It's weird, right?
I just want to fight you, but I actually agree with you on that.
You can't measure the speed of bikes, but you can measure how many times an actor is shirtless in his movies. New survey just came out. If you had to guess which actor is shirtless the most in their movies, meaning of the percentage of the movies they're in, how many of them are they shirtless? Who would you say is number one?
Mark Wahlberg, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The Rock would have been one that I would have said, but I know I nailed it earlier this morning.
Yes, you did. It was Zac Efron. 50% of his movies, he's shirtless. Now, this isn't the surprise on the list. There's a couple names on here that will surprise you. So number 2 is Jason Momoa, who's shirtless 38.5% of his movies.
Makes sense, yeah.
Number 3, there's a tie, and this is where it gets surprising. Henry Cavill? Anyway, 29.4%.
Superman, basically.
Yes. Is tied with Hayden Christensen.
Oh.
Anakin Skywalker. From the Star Wars
That is
movie.
bizarre.
Who, to be fair, I did some research on IMDb, has been in some stuff over the last couple of years. Not as much big stuff, but is still in it. So you have to imagine, like, if he's in 6 movies and he's shirtless in 2 of them, that's about that. Also on the list, Leo at 26.9%, Michael Fassbender at number 6, Charlie Hunnam at number 8. Another surprise, Andy Samberg, who is shirtless in 25% of his movies.
Really?
Yeah. The Sandman.
Sandburger.
Yeah.
Check out this.
He's higher on the list than Matthew McConaughey and Chris Hemsworth, who came in at number 9 and 10, and The Rock didn't even crack the top 10.
But they've made a bigger impact with their shirtless scenes than Andy Samberg, I think.
I would disagree with
that. A little bit more memorable.
Hey, Netflix may finally stop shaming you. Yay!
Yay!
They're toying with the idea of getting rid of the "Are you still watching" thing. It's going to come up as an option, so in the settings list that you can turn off. They haven't commented on it so far, so it's not 100% clear when it's going to go into effect. And Netflix's reason behind doing this is so that in case you fall asleep in front of the TV, you don't blow through like 10 episodes of the show you were watching. And also, it is a gentle reminder to maybe go outside or call your Nana. However, in our mind, it comes off like that friend on your birthday who you're like, I want to do a shot. And they're like, maybe you should have a water. It's like, why don't you shut up, Brad?
Maybe I wanted the TV on while I was having a nap. Maybe because I live alone, I wanted some company.
I needed the sound.
Yeah,
I needed to feel like someone was close.
Is everything okay at home?
You know what, TJ? It's not.
We're
okay.
I'm okay, man.
Yeah. Adam and I are going to live together.
It's just white knuckling it into the long weekend.
That's second isolation.
This got really dark. That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. That's it for us for the long weekend. We hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And I want you to know, you've got instant cash on the way at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock with the Virgin Radio Money Maker. You text money and then your name to 99999. Do it now and you'll be entered for later. Good luck. Virgin Radio.
Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.